To this showcast brought to you by SchickySC. This is going to be live casted actually, and this is going to be between WhiteRA and Liquid TLO. WhiteRA spawning as the blue Protoss, and Liquid TLO spawning as the red Zerg. First game here is on Blistering Sands. This is brought to you by GoodToGame.com on behalf of GLHF.it and their exclusive Invitational, the end of beta Invitational. So this is the finals. I've casted the round of 8 and the round of 4 already. You can check it out on YouTube, youtube.com/goodtogame. So I worked hard on those last weekend, getting you those all uploaded, and now we are live streaming the finals. So I am very excited for this, and it looks like we've got Liquid TLO, the red Zerg, spawning in the top right corner, and we've got WhiteRA, as I said before, the blue Protoss, spawning in the bottom left-hand corner. So, yeah, this should be fairly intense, guys. This is their 5th or 6th meeting, I believe, and I believe WhiteRA's actually took all the games so far. And I believe Liquid TLO is looking for some heavy revenge. PVZ here on Blistering Sands can get pretty interesting. The Zerg really needs to rely on a lot of harassment, a lot of good play. They need to take advantage of both entrances. Of course, there are destructible rocks here guarding another entrance. Your main entrance here, WhiteRA's doing the somewhat standard play. He's actually blocking off his natural and his main choke point. Now what he'll probably do is block it off with a gateway and a forge. We'll have to wait and see. I won't preemptively call that. He might do two gateways and put some early pressure here on TLO. I'm not really sure. We'll have to wait and see. TLO is going with, looks to be a 10 spawning pool. So he may be doing some kind of early harassment. 10 spawning pool for a Zerg tends to mean, I'm not sure if you're going to rush. I haven't quite scouted you yet. I want an early spawning pool so I can get my queen up earlier and help protect against those zealots that may be impending. And it looks like we are going to see dual gateways from WhiteRA. If we look back at his Nexus, he's saving a little bit of Chrono Boost, so he's not using that last 25 energy. He's probably coming to his back door, maybe to put down a pylon. Of course, as I said, you need to be aware of these destructible rocks and make sure they are not being broken down. WhiteRA coming in with his probe and making sure that he checks the natural expansion, because at this time, the way the timings work, if there was a hatchery dropping down now, he would know that he would be able to do some early harassment and probably get the upper hand. The first zealot is coming out. I don't believe it's being chrono boosted. No, it has not been yet. So saving up both chrono boosts. He's got 2, almost 3 ready. Second gateway just finishes, and immediately he's got another zealot coming out, as well as queuing up a second one here. In the meantime, TLO's actually got 6 Zerglings up, and he's chasing out this probe. So it looks like WhiteRA's offensive may not go as early as he thought, as there are 6 Zerglings here already. If these zealots don't get out in time, Zerglings might get a surround on this zealot and take him out. That would be a big loss for WhiteRA. 1 Zergling does get taken out, but now there is 3 zealots out for WhiteRA, and he is not making any more. And what is he doing? He's actually putting down an expansion, so the Zerglings here for TLO are actually breaking down the rocks, but if you look at WhiteRA's view, he does know this. So he's taking advantage of this. TLO doesn't know that he sees this already, so WhiteRA's actually just going to go ahead and push out. Looks like TLO's getting a little bit crazy here. He's got his drone here waiting to put down his expansion, but he may have seen those zealots coming or knew they were coming. TLO now here with a Roach Warren out, and he's got 1 Roach, and looks like 2 more on the way with his queen as well, and 4 Zerglings here to stop these zealots. Zealots here, they do see the expansion is down, or coming down I should say, and they are going to probably go attack it, put some harassment on. But with these Zerglings and this Roach, I don't think they're going to get really much done here. The Roach, of course, can kite them around a little bit, and the Zerglings can play around as well. So 2 Roaches out in the field now. Zerglings all get taken out pretty quick. Last one just goes down, and now the Zealots are split up between the Roaches. And they're trying to focus fire now. 1 Zealot does go down, 1 Roach left at 21 hit points. He may go down if he's not careful. Needs to micro this one away and sit back and attack with that one. And cannon here for WhiteRA up at his rocks, which are going to push these Zerglings away before they can get the destructible rocks fully completed or fully killed. And now we've got 3 Zealots chasing 1 Roach, with a second one coming in to reinforce. 4 more Zerglings here that were at the destructible rocks coming back to attack these Zealots. And back in TLO's base, he's going to he's not going to tier 2 yet. Not receiving any upgrades from the Roach Warren or the spawning pool. With 4 Roaches and 4 Zerglings, he is able to push off any offensive that WhiteRA has at this moment. Looking at the income tab, we've got WhiteRA sitting at a better economy here because he did get that expansion up earlier, and he's sitting at 27 out of 22 drones. So both players now probably thinking that, okay, aggression is a little bit over. This cannon, of course, is going to be out of range of these Roaches. These Roaches are going to get a kill on these rocks, and then we'll have to see what happens. Zealots of WhiteRA are out of position right now, trying to come in and get ready to maybe do a pincer attack here. So the cannon will be at the front, and then the Zealots are going to come in from behind. So WhiteRA tried to put up another pylon, because if this pylon gets taken out, the cannon would be unpowered, but the Roaches just take out the cannon, and now they're straight into WhiteRA's base. WhiteRA, of course, only with 5 Zealots. TLO doing some nice micromanage, doing hit and move. Does lose 2 Roaches now, though. He had 2 Roaches that were very low hit points, and they did die. So WhiteRA here just about to kill another Roach as another 10. Whoa, lots of Zerglings. Did not see these coming. So about 12 more Zerglings coming into play here, and looks like WhiteRA is going to take down these 2 pylons that WhiteRA is trying to put up. And what is he doing here? WhiteRA is just producing Stalkers now that his Cybernetics core is up. Not researching Warp Gates yet, and there is a battle here going on. 2 Stalkers here to reinforce, or to cut off any reinforcements, but these Zerglings are able to get a surround on them, and hopefully take them out. WhiteRA's Stalkers should pop out on this side. It looks, yes, they did pop out on this side. That would have been trouble for him if he didn't. Ooh, and TLO switching up here to Speedlings. So now that his metabolic boost upgrade is finished, these Zerglings are going to be way too much to handle for these Stalkers. So a very nice move switching up to Stalkers, or switching up to Zerglings, right when WhiteRA's making the switch to Stalkers. And he's trying to get some photon cannons up here, but I don't think they're going to get up in time. This one might, but it's going to go down real quick. No, and it does die. He's got 2 more coming up here, but the Zerglings are going to take out all of these pylons here. And WhiteRA's 2 Stalkers producing off 2 gateways. He just cannot beat this. He is forced to GG. So TLO does take game 1 of this series, and game 2 will be coming up right away, guys.